In this video, we are going to be looking at smart object in Camera Raw. This is Twisted Creative. Alaribe is my name. If it's your first time on this channel, please do me a favor. Do me a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Not just hitting that subscribe button, also ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the next video. Without wasting much time, let's get into it. This is the Camera Raw image. I have to double click it to open it in Photoshop. So here we are in Camera Raw. So we have to do some adjustment here. Let's take the exposure up a bit, then the contrast, a little contrast. Then I think the highlights is okay. I don't want to kill up the highlight that much. Then the whites, I think it's okay anyway. Let me just bring it down a bit. We are just going to make little adjustments. Let me take the contrast up a bit, something like this. And for this image, I want the shadow to come down, the shadows to come down a bit, like, let me say, like so should be okay. Then the contrast up a bit, then exposure to be up like this. So we have to click open to continue editing in Photoshop. Let's just go open. So this is what we have here. Let's say, for example, maybe I made mistake adjusting this image in Camera Raw and I have to undo this. How do I go back to Camera Raw? So that is what we are going to be looking today. We've made the adjustments and it has been like, it's just like a destructive way of working. So if you want non-destructive way of working in Camera Raw, you have to go through the other process. Let's go and bring in the image again. You have to click on this and navigate to this area. Then we have to, it's the same image but I just changed their name, so we have to relaunch it again and it's going to open in Camera Raw again, but not this particular image. So this seems to be another image, for example. Now we have to make our adjustments again by taking the exposure up, then the contrast up, then highlight a little bit down. Then the shadows, I think we should add a little shadow, make it darker. Then white should be a little bit down because of the shiny area, so we have to bring the highlight down a bit. Let's zoom in and see if we don't really need sharpness on this. Then we just have to, is it open that we are going to be opening? This time around we are not going to be opening, but we have to hold down our shift. Just take a look at what's going to happen here. If I hold down shift, you notice it has changed to something else. It has changed to open object. Open object. Let me leave it for a while. Let me just hold that shift again. You see what we have there? Open object instead of open. Let me hold it down again. It's showing open object, smart object. So that is what we are going to be getting. So I have to hold down my shift like this and click on this box to open it. Now look at the image. If you take a look at this area, you notice that there is something that represents that smart object we are talking about. So you can do anything to this image, like going to, let me just say, let's go to adjustment layer and pick contrast and brightness and contrast and bring it down, add contrast and do some other things. Then we can equally go to the adjustment layer again and choose, let's say, hue and saturation. Then for the master, we'll click on the master, then drop down and choose red. Then we'll reduce the red, then increase the lightness, then choose the yellow, then reduce the saturation and increase the lightness. Then we can go in there and use our Ctrl I to invert. Then pick our brush tool, and so we'll go to the eyes. We can reduce or increase the brush size. Then the opacity and flow should be at least moderate. Then we can clean up the red part of the eyes, the white eyes. Let's go to the other eye. So we can still make adjustments. We can see further adjust by clicking here, then go to the red again and increase the lightness. Then we can still go to the yellow and increase the lightness. Then the eyes are bright enough now. Just take a look at this. If we made mistake while adjusting the camera raw image, you can easily go to this box here, this image, and double click it. Despite all we have done to the image, you can double click it and here it is. And if you check, all the settings are still intact. So you can readjust any of these settings that you've adjusted before. Let's say the brightness, you can retouch it, and I think you are good to go. You can see click OK. Then the stuff is still there. You can still go again and double click it again, and it opens up camera raw, and you can continue making your adjustments. So that is a way you can work non-destructively in camera raw. I think that's it for this video. If you find it interesting, helpful, and useful, let us know in the comments, telling us the area it has helped, the area it has not, and the area we need to improve on. Like I said earlier, if you are new on this channel, please do me a favor. Do me a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Not just hitting that subscribe button, also ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the next video. Thanks for watching today's video. Creative Pro, keep on creating. Please keep on creating. See you in the next one. Bye for now.